Oh, hello there. Today I'm going to review the FNIRSI LCR ST2. Now, what this is an intelligent tweezer, and without just sitting here boring you to death talking, let's just get right into it. Okay guys, this is the FNIRSI Intelligent Tweezers ST2, and I'm just going to quickly show you what comes in the package. Of course, we have the typical FNIRSI, kind of a soft hard case here, very sturdy feeling. Inside, we do have the tweezers themselves. In the other pocket, the ST2 does come with the Kelvin clips, which these are really nice to clip into a circuit or a component and just hold, where you can take readings without having to hold the tweezers. So those are really a nice addition in the ST2. You have a quick start guide and your typical user manual. Now, the user manual is not going to go over every little thing, but it does go through the basics and get you started with the tweezers. Okay, this is the FNIRSI ST2, and before I turn it on, I'll go ahead and show you real quick on how you change to the Kelvin clips. It's real easy. This tweezer part just pulls right off. It's your typical USB connection, and then your Kelvin clips are just going to plug in right there. Easy peasy. Okay, we'll go ahead and power on the ST2, hold down the power button, and I realize it's not real easy to see on the camera, so hopefully you guys can see that, but we are on our main screen here, and it does have a little rotary knob here that you can cycle through the different settings or different modes on this ST2, and I'll go through each one real quick and show you a few highlights on each one. Now we'll start with the settings. This is your typical settings. These are going to be your language and your speed, your start page. You can just completely customize. The orientation is kind of neat. You can do auto like this, so if you flip it over, it automatically flips, which is really handy depending on which side of the circuit you're on. You don't have to worry about reading it upside down. And the rest of the settings are just your typical settings, and you can go through all those. I'm not going to go through each one and bore you with that. And we'll hit the menu button, long press. Brings us back to our main screen here. And the first setting I'll show you here is the LCR. Now that's going to be your inductance, capacitance, and resistor. And it is in the R mode, as you can see right there. Now to flip between all of them, you just hit this little paddle wheel here. Capacitor, that's your inductance for the L. And that's diodes, so we'll check diodes. This thing will really do it all. Now you have your auto. Now some people like the auto, but I prefer to actually know that the meter is in the correct setting when I'm going to touch a component. So I typically don't use the auto feature, but some people might like that just for a quick grab and go kind of feature. It would automatically detect what you are testing. And sometimes just be aware that these meters do get that wrong, which is why I like to use the manual mode. Now I'll go ahead and show you real quick. The FNIRSI does include a little test board here, which is kind of neat. You can use it to kind of calibrate your tweezers. And I'm going to go ahead and touch the 1K. And as you can see, I have 993 ohms. So pretty close to the 1K that I'm touching on the board there. And you can go through them all and kind of test them all. That's the 100K. So as you can see, it's spot on the 100K resistor, and that's just kind of how you can calibrate this tweezers and kind of check to make sure they are accurately reading before you go testing your real components. Now, just a few features while you're inside of the LCR mode here. If you do hit the power button, it will hold. So if you're taking a reading, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little H right there. If you're taking a reading and you want to hold it, you can just go ahead and hit that power button. Let's see, let's unhold. Okay, and I'm getting my 990 or 999.2, and I can hit that hold, release it, and it's holding the measurement there for me, so that's pretty handy. On the bottom of the screen right there, kind of hard to see again, but I have a phase angle, and I also have the inductance right there, and you can change what you're looking at. Let's see, let's go back to, let's use capacitance. And you can see on the bottom there, it's changing between the X factor and dissipance. The Q for quality factor, that's going to tell you how quality your circuit is with resonance and stuff like that. Very handy. Now also, you can hit the menu once, short press, and now we're going to show dual mode. So you have actually, that's going to be your series and your parallel equivalent. So you can hit something in your circuit. This may not be the best example, but it's going to show you two different readings, and one of them may be different when you're testing out a real circuit with a component in your circuit card, because one may be the series reading and the other one's going to be your parallel reading. So that's really handy that they've added that dual function there, that you can really test out the circuit without having to go through the settings. It just does it all for you right there. So we'll hit that again, back to the regular mode. Also on the top, you can see that it has a frequency, the 1K. That is your frequency of the circuit. You can change that for different frequencies. Also the voltage, I'm at 0.6 volts right now in the test circuit. You can change that from 0.1 all the way up to 1 volt, and that's just the test voltage. That's not what you're reading. That's the test voltage of the meter. So we'll go ahead and get out of the LCR. Next over we have scan. Now scan is kind of neat because, let's get into that. I don't have it hooked to anything right now, but it's still going to scan basically the air. So you can see that it's scanning your readings, and it'll keep scanning over and over and over. The whole point of the scan is to scan through while you're touching your component and just give you a whole live flow of readings. So that's really handy right there. And that also has the LCR. So pretty cool there. We'll go back to the main menu. Now we have sort. Now sort is a lot like the LCR, but this is a really neat thing. And I'm going to show you, for me, what would be the most useful feature of this. And let's go to resistance. Now I've already got the nominal value, which you can go down and set these values, nominal and tolerance, to whatever you need. I've set mine to 10,000 ohms with a 5% tolerance. Now I'll show you how this works. It's really cool. Okay, so I have my test board, and I'm going to find 10,000 ohms. Hold it on there. And as you can see right there, it says pass. Now that's because I set it for 10,000 ohms with a 5% tolerance. So I am within that tolerance. So the meter itself just tells me that's a good reading. That's really neat. If you go to, let's say, another one, you can see now it changes to an NG in red there. That means a no-go. That's a no-go because we're reading 10 ohms where we wanted it to read 10,000. So we're way out of tolerance. So the meter itself tells you that is a no-go. So that's a bad reading. Now, similarly, we have a capacitor, and I've set it up for 80 microfarads here for my nominal value with a 5% tolerance, which is actually the tolerance of this capacitor. So let's see what we get. We'll touch our Herm and see, and we're at 78.5, and it tells you pass again. So that is really cool for checking capacitors, because you tell it what you want to read, you read it, and then the meter does all the work for you. Yes, it gives you the value so you can do the calculations, but we've given it an 80 microfarad value with a 5% tolerance, and it is telling me, hey, that's a pass, you're within. Okay, now I've got a completely different capacitor. This is rated for 5 microfarads, but I've left it in the 80 microfarads and the 5% tolerance. So hopefully this is gonna tell us it's a no-go, it's not good, because we're looking for a different value. And there you have it. We have like 5.18 microfarads, and it is telling us that NG, it is a no-go. So this capacitor does not meet specifications if we were looking for that 80 microfarad plus or minus 5%. This thing alone is really handy for checking components, especially capacitors, because you can quickly set it up to the value that you want to find, and then the meter itself will tell you, hey, it's good or it's not good. Okay, and it also has inductance. You can check inductors. You set your microhenries or whatever value, picohenries, whatever value your inductor is on your circuit card. Same thing, set the tolerance, and the meter itself is going to tell you if it is within tolerance, if it's a pass or no-go. Very cool feature, FNIRSI. I like it. And let's get back out to the main menu. We do have voltage here, and this is going to be a basic voltmeter, but it does have min-max, which is kind of handy. Let's check a 9 volt, see what we get here. Okay, and we're showing a 9.3 on the voltage, and it does give you your min and max. We're showing a min of 0 and a max of 9.3 because that's the highest reading I got. So that's a really handy tool to check batteries and whatnot with the voltmeter. Just pop this sucker out really quick if you don't want to grab your multimeter. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now, I didn't go through every little thing like a quality factor and your series parallel equivalence. This intelligent tweezer does a ton. For the price that you can find it on Amazon or from the FNIRSI website, it is totally worth it. Now, it does have a charging port right here. Now, overall feel of this is it is very well balanced, I would say. It feels sturdy in your hand and it feels solid. It doesn't feel like if you drop it, it's going to break or anything like that. I think you're going to get a lot of use out of this, and you can take it onto the job, do some circuit board testing, other circuits, and you're going to be just fine if you absolutely drop it like that. I wouldn't go throwing it into a swimming pool or the toilet or anything like that. But as far as like, you know, basic job use, it does feel sturdy, like it's going to last quite a long time. Folks, if you like this video, check that one out right there. I know you're gonna love it. I picked it out just for you. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel right there. It does something to the algorithm. I don't know what, but it helps us grow and push our videos out to help so many more people. We'll see you on the next one.